The Nigerian Supreme Court has ruled that 200 naira, 500 naira, 1000 naira notes should remain lawful tender and in circulation until December 31. The Supreme Court declared that federal government's cashless and naira redesigned strategy unconstitutional, saying it violated the 1999 Constitution. In his judgment, Justice Manuel Akomoye said that President Muhammadu Buhari violated the Federation's constitution by issuing orders for the redesign of naira by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The court ruled that the president acted illegally by accepting the CBN's redesigned naira policy without consulting the National Council of State, the Federal Executive Council, or the National Economic Council. Addressing journalists after the court proceedings, the governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, the governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, and the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawalle, said,
"The Supreme Court of Nigeria has given us all the reliefs that we sought for. By a very unanimous judgment, the full court of 7 justices gave a unanimous judgment, 7-0, that all our prayers to the court have been accepted. This is a victory for Nigerians, because this policy, which was designed and targeted at a political party and its candidates, has brought untold hardship on our people. This is why the 3 of us took a decision to come to the Supreme Court. We are APC members. The President of Nigeria is from the APC, but we disagreed with him on this policy and its implementation. Those that said that we went to the court because of elections are wrong. We went to the court because our people in our states are suffering and businesses in our states are coming to a halt and lives were being destroyed. That's why we went to court. We left elections in the hands of God, and we all know the result. Even though this policy was designed to ensure that we did not win the presidential elections, we have won. But the policy must go because the Supreme Court has now decided that it was unlawfully conceived, it was unlawfully implemented, and the Supreme Court has extended the legal tender status of all our notes, old and new, at least to 31st December. And if before 31st December, we feel the need to come back to the court, I will not be a governor then, but these 2, by the grace of God, will still be governors. They will come back to the Supreme Court if we need to extend it further.
Against the speculation that members of the All Progressive Congress are confused, Governor Nasir El-Rufai said,
Emefiele was appointed Central Bank Governor by the PDP originally. So let's not forget where he came from. And he's the one that put this policy together to help the PDP win the 2023 general elections and deceive the president into thinking that it is possible to withdraw 2 trillion naira from circulation and reprint everything in 3 months. No country in world history has done it. He deceived the president, gave the president wrong information, and the Attorney General, unfortunately, we have to claim that one is from our party, supported this policy. And we know why. Go and look at the antecedent. These are people that wanted to run for president or governor in our party and didn't make it. This is their revenge plan. But the Supreme Court justices today have shown that this is a policy against the people of Nigeria and is invalid.
While feeding questions from journalists on whether LG will obey the court's judgment, counsel to the plaintiff said,
"The decision, the naira design, is as implemented by the federal government, is patently illegal, is unconstitutional, and it is not in line with the spirit of the Constitution. And to that extent, the Supreme Court has spoken that both the old notes and the new notes will be in circulation till 31st of December 2023. That is the position. Anything to the contrary will amount to contempt of court."
Our duty to comply is unqualified. There is nothing more to be said. The Supreme Court has spoken. We cannot sit in judgment over the Supreme Court. I expect the CBN to comply. I expect the President to comply. We are a nation under law. The Supreme Court has spoken and we are bound. We are all trying to act in the interest of the nation. The Supreme Court has interpreted our actions and we are guided.
Hagim argues that President Buhari's unlawful use of authority in redesigning the naira violates Nigerians' individual fundamental rights in a variety of ways, adding that it is not permitted under democracy and in a plural society like Nigeria. The Supreme Court ruled that the President's legal exercise of executive powers caused residents enormous economic hardship by denying them ownership and access to money. It will be recalled that the state governors, on behalf of their citizens, had approached the court to seek restraining order to stop the full implementation of naira redesign policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The scarcity of naira bites other as financial institutions, filling stations, supermarkets, commercial motorists, and other business owners continue to reject the old note despite the court ruling. It was observed that most passengers find it difficult to go to work as commercial motorists reject the old notes.